The two teams, 48,000 fans on hand, and one of their attractions will be Roberto Baggio, the Italian midfielder. But there's the Portuguese lineup, and it is an impressive one. Three of the brightest stars of Portuguese football, Figo, Domingos and Futre, in that line that holds 90. The reason being that there is live television here. This is the Italian lineup. 4 changes from Italy's last outing, which was a friendly against Mexico. Mandini, that 13 is a lucky number. This is his 13th game as coach of Italy, and he hasn't lost one yet. Costly to them. So to compensate for that, an away victory against an elite team such as Portugal would be very, very handy indeed. This is Fernando Mendes. And a lot of anticipation, as you saw, on Paulo Futre, who was kept out of the team that played Malta in a previous qualifier because of the problems that he had at club level. Fernando Mendes with the throw, and Figo had to let it go. And the Italian captain is Paolo Maldini. Finds Baggio, and it's 1-0 to Italy. Well, there are stairs across the field to the linesman, but I don't think there was any question that Baggio was onside. It was a beautiful ball from Paolo Maldini. And Roberto Baggio, a very trusted finisher. Difficult to tell, of course, from that replay whether there was a question of offside or from that one. Very good in the air if it's going to be a high ball, but it's not. That's ambitiously driven by Signori, leading goal scorer in the Italian First Division. Still 1-0. Good ball in. Futre slipped, but he recovered. Nice ball through. Oh. Domingos. There's a lovely ball from Paulo Futre, which released him beautifully in the gap. Tassotti was looking for the offside flag, but really very woeful finishing by Domingos. Now the cross from Signori. Two teams have not played each other now since 1992, which was a match played in one of those tournaments in the United States. Figo, and that's a corner. And that match was a 1-1 draw back in New Haven, Connecticut in 1992. This is Vierkovud, an Italian international on and off since 1982. Now, Casiraghi is gone in the middle. It's 2-0. 2-0 to Italy. So it's beginning to look as though Italy's momentary World Cup woes are over. Early days yet, you might say. But again, incisive finishing this time by Casiraghi. And Italy leading by this kind of margin means they are... Now Roberto Baggio. And he dances his way through here. He shows too much of the ball. And here he comes again. That time brought down. It will be a free kick. And Rui Barros is on the park as well, the number 15 for Portugal, having replaced Elder all around the ball. two Italians in the Portuguese war. Here's Baggio, just wide. And that's cut out by Tassotti. 3-1. Portugal, and Baggio claims that there was an elbow. Let's have a look at this again. Mendes, and look at Baggio. He does deserve a yellow card. It's a deliberate body check. Pagliuca is on some bother at the moment. The Italians wanting to get the ball away from him, and now Signori comes. What a bad shot. Under pressure with the left foot. Now Roberto Baggio, Signori's gone through the middle. Square for Diego Fuser, and he's lofted it too far. Not sure what he had in mind. And there is the whistle to end the first half. The first half international between these two countries, with Italy, understandably enough, having against this team. And Fernando Couto, who's reputed as Futre is a protected species in Portugal. They don't like tackles of that kind on Paulo Futre, and neither does the referee in this. Expert players who have all graduated to the senior national team. That's lofted in well by Jampinto. Rui Aguas will try to take a free kick. And that'll be a corner given away by Maldini. A corner count in Portugal's favour, and it comes from Futre, and it's gone in! The Italians have surrounded the referee. Couto is the man who's claiming it. Pagliuca looked as though he had it covered. And Tassotti says to the referee that it was punched in with a hand. Let's take a look. Up goes Pagliuca. And this is a better view. Yes, it was. On that video... We just wait to see how crucial it is. If Portugal manages to win this match or even draw it, that goal will be talked about for a long time. The English dispossessed. Maldini. And Dino Baggio! Goodness me, what a goal! Well, it absolutely stunned the gallery. It was a speculative effort from a long way out. Simply brilliantly executed. Look at the space he had. Rocketing into the top corner. Really, a Portuguese victory here is looking a very long way away. Here's Figo. He cracks one now. Futre goes on his own. Well, Futre, present interpretations, is a red card. It was out of play according to the linesman, so it was a goal kick. Here's Lentini. World's most expensive football. Signori. Costa Curta across to Tassotti. Now, this is the pattern of football rather reminiscent of Milan, which Arrigo Sacchi was coached for such a long time, and a foul on Lentini. And it's lofted in towards Lentini. Keeper's ball. Maldini was lurking nearby. He rejected that in favour of taking over the Portuguese national team. This will be a disaster for him. Here's Futre. Nicely chipped in. Oh! Very, very close call indeed. Portuguese players will be looking to the referee and claiming obstruction. Sight to see Mancini on. There are so many around Italy and elsewhere, myself included, I must say, who feel that Mancini deserves to be in the national team, although not necessarily at the expense of that man, Roberto Baggio. Yali would have been essential if Italy was to win the last World Cup, and that didn't happen. The coach Vicini didn't utilise that. Now, Signori. And Lentini. He taunt his man until the last second. And Albertini looking for Signori. 8,000 when it all began. Probably less than half here now. And there is the final whistle from Bo Carlson, and it's Italy's day. They take home a very valuable scalp. 2 points and a victory at the Dazanta.